Kevin A. Pierre. Does that name ring a bell? Probably not. He's widely considered the greatest 9th overall pick in MLB history, but not for long because Konnor Griffin is knocking on the door. Let's talk about this young man. This is Hold My Ball podcast. Normally I just sit here and talk. I don't really add graphics to this podcast, but today I'm going to because Konnor Griffin launched 2 balls out of the stadium, and I want to watch him. So let's take a look.
Sometime in Double-A. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ball roped down the left field line. This one is deep, and this one is over the monster. Konnor Griffin with a long home run to left field.
Cranked.
Kind of just stayed on.
0-2 is hit high and deep toward the monster again. Konnor Griffin hits this one where no one can find it. Another home run for the Pirates sensation.
Melted. The question here, this isn't a surprise to too many people that Konnor Griffin is as good as he is. He destroyed the minor league system last year in his first season. The question is, what are the Pirates going to do? What are they gonna do with this kid? Does he make the opening day lineup? I am of the belief that he has to. He just 100% has to. This is something that the Pirates need. Take away what he's going to bring to the field and to the team, which is going to be a lot. And just from a fan aspect, if this kid does what he does a little bit through spring training and you don't bring him up on the opening day roster, I think the fans are going to be irritated. And I think, I'm not going to say rightfully so, these guys are professionals. They know when to bring guys up, or at least they have a good idea, unless they're the Yankees. But they need him. They need him. He's a shortstop and a center fielder. He plays both. He plays both at an incredibly high level. So what the Pirates need is a guy. They need a guy. Nick Gonzalez plays shortstop for the Pirates. 255 games. He's hit 257. He's got an OPS of 675, and he's 5 for 11 on stolen bases. He's a defensive guy, which most shortstops usually were supposed to be, but today's game is different. It's all about hitting. Obviously, the shortstops in the big leagues are unbelievable defensively, but you got to hit. You have to hit and you have to score to win games. So when you're looking at a guy like a Nick Gonzalez, yeah, he helps your team, but how much does he help it? Up for debate. Konnor Griffin obviously plays short. So I think the two of them are going to be competing this spring for a spot at short. But also you have a guy in Konnor Griffin that can go to if you can play center field, you can play all 3 spots in the outfield. So you have a guy that can now play all 3 spots in your outfield and shortstop. And O'Neal Cruz last year, if we look at what he did in the outfield, not great. He moved from short to center, I think, a year or 2 ago. Average fielding range, which is kind of crazy because he's very fast. Arm value, very good. Arm strength, he's in the 100th percentile, which means best in the league. And these guys are the best in the world, so that puts him at best in the world. But last year, he's not great. It was his best defensive year in center field, and maybe he's learning, which is great. But his best year out there so far, again, it's been a year and a half, 2 years, not phenomenal. The tools haven't played immediately like people thought they would. Like when you look at Tatis and he went to right field from short, immediate Gold Glover, Platinum Glove. I don't know what he is out there, but he's very, very good. His athleticism plays. The outfield's a little different animal, though. I mean, if you've been playing short your whole life, you go to the outfield. That's what I did in college. Played short all of my life. Got to college, went to the outfield, and I was an absolute circus for like 2 months. I was running away from where the ball was going to land because I didn't think it was going to land there, just to use my speed and sprint back to where I started and catch the ball. Even when I caught the ball, I looked like an idiot. It's not as easy as it sounds. It's definitely the easiest place on the field, I'll tell you that. Fielding the ground ball from 300 feet away is a whole lot easier than fielding it from 70 feet away. But it's not as easy as people think. So O'Neal Cruz and his attitude, and I know we've only seen some clips. I'm sure he's a great teammate, great guy. He looks very disinterested, and that just kind of sucks because he's like your marquee guy. And then you got Paul Skeens. So between O'Neal Cruz and then you got Brian Reynolds out there, his fielding run value, which whatever that means, in 2022 up until this season has been -4, -5, -12, and -4. I mean, not good. I don't really need to know what that exactly means, fielding run value, to know that negative anything in this situation, not good. And he's not a huge offensive piece. He hit 245, 720 OPS, 38 doubles, 16 jacks. So it's not bad. Not bad at all. But it's not like we need this guy's offense right here because he's our guy. So we'll call him a little above average offensively, maybe. I don't know. But then you got Jake Mangum, played a pretty equal amount in all three positions last year. He's solid defensively. Had a 296 batting average. Had a 698 OPS, almost 700, 120 hits, 3 home runs. So this is a guy where you're going to get you're getting Luis Arias in the outfield. And I love Luis Arias. I love Mangum for this. I love that type of baseball player. Does it play in today's game? Not as much. My problem here, if they didn't bring Konnor Griffin up, and I know this is spring training, he hit it, but he hit one off Sanchez, obviously a very good pitcher. I don't look too much into this. I just know that speed and athleticism doesn't slump in the sense where if you put him in the outfield, he's going to track balls down. He's going to throw guys out. He's going to steal hits. He's going to keep runs off the board. If you put him at short, he'll probably do something very similar. He steals bases. 122 games between all levels of the minor leagues last year. He hit 333, 941 OPS, 23 doubles, 4 triples, 21 jacks, 65 for 78 on stolen bases. I know that is not the big leagues. I'm not pretending it is, but those numbers are going to take a hit, and when they do, it's still going to be pretty good numbers for a guy that's 20 years old. We saw Holiday come up what most people thought was too early, and that's fair, but came back, had a pretty successful year. So I don't think for a team like this that it's too early. When Jackson Holiday came up, the Orioles were struggling. They were having a horrible year, and it was fun for everybody. The fans were happy. It was good. And I think that's the kind of stuff that you look at and go, what do we have to lose? We get this kid's feet wet. He sucks. We send him back down. He comes back. He has a decent little run. He learned something, and we got it out of the way. No matter when most of these people come up here, at any level of baseball that you continue to rise, there's going to be a momentary struggle, I think. When you're a kid, the field is bigger now, and those line drives you hit are now going to the shortstop because you're at 90-foot bases instead of 70, and it feels like an eternity. So no matter when you do it, the game speeds up at every level. There will be an adjustment period. And when you're the Pirates and you have a Paul Skeens who went 10-10 last year with a 1.97 ERA, he won the Cy Young. He went 10-10 because there's no run support. When you have a 1.9 ERA and you go 10-10, you're not getting runs. Konnor Griffin brings obvious pop. He brings a 330 batting average over a good sample size, a full year, all three levels. And he brings some energy to this team. And he brings speed. Speed doesn't slump. It's a big deal. So I think for me, I mean, you put him in that lineup with Cruz. That's a power speed combo that I don't know. I don't think anybody in the MLB will have that. It'll be the best power and combos and speed combo in the MLB if you put them together. I think he needs to be up there. I mean, and what do you do though? So you put him up there. You end up offering this guy. I think they offered him like 10 years, 130. I don't know. They offered him something already. He'd be an absolute fool to take it. But this is the kind of guy right here that makes me wonder, like, does a salary cap help the Pirates keep this guy? I don't necessarily think so. Right now, the Pirates, I think they could be good. They got Skeens. Who knows where he's going to go? Who knows what's going to happen with him? They got Griffin, they got Cruz, they got guys. But if there's a limit to what he can make based off a salary cap, is he going to play for Pittsburgh? He seems like the kind of guy. I interviewed him a year ago, and he seems like the kind of guy that would be loyal to them because they put their trust in him, and 8 teams passed up on him, and he's raked for him, and he will be like the Tarek Skubal of Pittsburgh, just like Skeens is like the Skeens of Pittsburgh. Like, you think Pittsburgh baseball, you think Paul Skeens. I'm telling you, it's not going to be long before you think Pittsburgh baseball and you think Konnor Griffin. The guy hasn't even played a big league game yet, and you already think that. This, to me, is where you need him. But how do you keep him if there's a salary cap and a lot of teams can offer what you can offer? Does Pittsburgh have a culture that he goes, this is where I want to be? Or is it a New York, I want to put the pinstripes on? Or is it, I'm Texas, I want to be a Texas guy? Or is it, hey, LA, sign me up. Let me join the crew. I want to win a World Series. I'm a competitor. I just think that the cap is not going to help teams like people think it is. Is a pitcher going to want to go to Colorado if everyone can pay him the same? Is that where he's going to want to go so his career can add an extra 1.5 to 2 runs on his ERA because he pitches in Coors? I don't think so. So, I don't know. I'm very interested, but I do want to see Konnor Griffin. If he doesn't make the roster, if he doesn't make opening day, if he's not in the starting lineup next to O'Neal Cruz, I don't even care. Don't put him 9th. Don't do it. Put him right next to Cruz. Speed and power right at the top of your lineup. Put them both at the top. Wreak some havoc on the starting pitchers. That'd be sick. That's what I want to see. What do you guys think? Quick one today. I just saw him do what he did. I interviewed him last year. Unbelievable kid, man. Got his head on his shoulders right. He's going to be very good. When you talk about projectable and all that, this kid's going to be very, very good. And I'm excited to see it. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. Are we in on Konnor Griffin being very, very good, living up to the hype of what he is right now? Or do we think he's not going to be that? I personally think he is going to reach that level and beyond. I know there's a lot of hype here, but when I say beyond, the kid is going. I think he's going to have a very good long career. That's what I think. That's what I think, and this is my show, so I can say whatever I want. But as always, guys, thank you for the support. Like, comment, share, do all the things that don't cost you any money. That's the gig. I love you. We'll be back. The season's here. I'm going to start hammering these episodes out every day. If you guys like a little graphic in here like that, we post home runs. We show. Let me know, because I do. I just sit and yap, but maybe I'll talk to the editors and say, hey, let's start throwing some graphics in here. Let's give the people a visual so you all got to stare at my face. I know you probably don't mind it, but a little break would be nice. This is Hold My Ball Podcast. Catch you all on the next episode.